Absolutely, and we are now underway with the men's youth 2v8.
They're doing their starting sequences here. Again, heavy boat, and 8 different people to try and coordinate off the line, taking these high strokes here.
Yeah, I like to consider eights the juggernauts. You know, it starts off slow, but once you start to gain speed, there is no stopping these boats as they are now the fastest boats on the water.
Yeah, stuffy. And as a former coxswain myself, I have to point out that these boats are coxed, and these coxswains can see.
Absolutely, and for this race, this was determined by a time trial. So the top boat in out of the time trial is going to be your Sarasota Crew B, pulling a 5:46, followed by Atlanta Junior Rowing pulling a 5:47.3, and then that Sarasota Crew A pulling a 5:47.8. And so I think for at least for these top 3 crews, as we're seeing on the screen right now, is going to be real spicy as we get into the last 500 meters of this race.
Yes, definitely. And it looks like they're in their third 500 right now. Looks like a lead from Sarasota with
Yeah, it looks like Atlanta Junior is now leading this pack here, slightly over. May have a seat over that Sarasota Crew B. Boat. But again, we are going into the last 500 meters of this race very, very shortly. And so we'll start to see some moves between both boats, and we'll see how they respond to each other as they go stroke for stroke.
Yes, and I will note that in this top 3 mix that has a lot of overlap are 2 Sarasota crews. In this very competitive second Varsity 8 event, we have one Sarasota boat battling it out with Atlanta for that first place position, and just half a length behind is this other Sarasota crew with open water on the rest of the field. Now that's dominating.
And here we are. Looks like Sarasota is starting to make that move and take some seats back away from the Atlanta Junior boat. And I don't know, maybe they're starting their sprint early, and maybe Atlanta Juniors is holding on. We'll start to see as things shake up and as we approach the last 250 meters of the race. But right now, Sarasota Crew looks to be taking about 2 seats away from this Atlanta Junior Crew. We'll see if Atlanta Junior Crew has an answer to Sarasota's question.
Yep. And the other Sarasota boat that's sitting in third right now is holding half a length on Atlanta. So it seems like that leading Sarasota boat is the one that's making this big push. And one thing I'm noticing from this leading Sarasota boat is they have very tight blade work. It's looking like they're very tight to the water right now, getting that first pop with the legs, which might be what's pushing them ahead of this Atlanta boat.
And it looks like we have a second gear here by this Atlanta Junior Crew as they have now picked it up, and they're now trying to close that gap. But it looks like now Sarasota is responding. The Sarasota Crew B boat is responding to Atlanta Junior A boat's move, and they're going to hold on to it. But again, Atlanta Juniors now is starting to come up, and it looks like Atlanta Juniors has now picked up the rate even more. Sarasota B is trying to respond. Sarasota B is pushing away. It looks like Sarasota B is going to be your champions of the men's Youth 2V, followed by Atlanta Juniors, and then Sarasota A is going to get that third place spot.
Yes, and coming up now is Oars getting that 4th place position after that close race with those top 3 boats all pulling open water ahead of the rest of the field.
And then we'll have Space Coast coming in, and then we'll have Lanes